Learning objectives. After completing this module, learners will be able to describe the geological regions, define the physiography, describe the location and features of the northern and northeastern mountains, describe the location and features of the northern plain, describe the location and features of the peninsular plateau, describe the location and features of the Indian desert, describe the location and features of the coastal plains, describe the location and features of the islands. Geological regions. According to the current research, the Earth is 460 million years old approximately. In the Indian subcontinent, present geological structure and geomorphologic processes are caused due to exogenic and endogenic forces and lateral movements of the plates. Hence, India can be divided into three geological regions. 1. The Peninsular Block. 2. The Himalayas and other peninsular mountains. 3. Indo-Ganga-Brahmaputra Plain. Let us know each of them in details. Peninsular Block. An irregular line running from Kutch along the western flank of the Aravalli Range may be considered as the northern boundary of the Peninsular Block. The Karbi Anglong and the Meghalaya Plateau in the northeast and Rajasthan in the west can also be considered as extensions of this block. The residual mountains like the Aravalli Hills, the Javadi Hills, Venukonda Hills, the Palkonda Range, and the Nalamala Hills, etc. come under the peninsula. The Himalayas and other peninsular mountains. In comparison to Peninsular Block, the Himalayas and other peninsular mountains are weak and flexible in their geological structure. They are tectonic in origin and are resulting in the development of faults, folds, and thrust plains. Indo-Ganga-Brahmaputra Plain. This plain is formed by the river Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. It has been gradually filled by the sediments brought by the Himalayan and peninsular rivers. The northern and northeastern mountains. Physiography, the science of physical geography, is the development of structure and process of an area. India can be divided into 6 physiographic divisions as shown here. Let us know each of them in details. The northern and northeastern mountains. The Himalayas and northeastern hills come under these mountains. The Himalayas has a series of mountain ranges like Greater Himalayan Range, the Middle Himalayas, and the Shivalik. Himalayas can be divided into 5 subdivisions on the basis of geomorphological features. Let us know each of them. 1. Kashmir or Northwestern Himalayas. Karakoram, Ladakh, Zanskar, and Pir Punjal ranges consist together this part of Himalayas. Temperature of this part goes very low sometimes in -degrees. This part has lots of valleys, lakes and glaciers etc. Hence promotes tourism. 2. The Himachal and Uttarakhand Himalayas. This part is located between the Ravi and the Kali. 2 river systems, the Indus and the Ganga, drain this part. All the 3 ranges of Himalayas are eminent in this part. In this section of Lesser Himalayas, many hill stations were developed by British administration. Shivalik and Dune formations are 2 different features of this part. 3. The Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas. This part lies between Nepal and Bhutan. It is relatively small part having high mountain peaks and deep valleys. British used the environmental conditions and promoted tea and coffee cultivation in this area. 4. The Arunachal Himalayas. In the east, they lie between east of the Bhutan Himalayas and Deephu Pass. This region has some fast-flowing rivers and a lot of biodiversity. So many ethnic tribal communities are living in this area. 5. The Eastern Hills and Mountains. In the eastern states, they are having north to south directions alignment and known by different local names like Patkai Boom, Naga Hills and Mizo Hills, etc. Numerous small rivers separate these ranges. The Northern Plain and Peninsular Plateau. The alluvial deposits brought by the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers form the Northern Plains. The given chart depicts the major zones of the Northern Plains. The narrow belt approximately 8 to 10 km parallel to the Shivalik foothills is known as Bhabar. Tarai belt, located at the south of the Bhabar belt, is approximately 10 to 20 km in width. It shows a lot of biodiversity. A belt consisting of old alluvial deposits, Bhangar, and new alluvial deposits, Khadar, is present at the south of Tarai. The Peninsular Plateau. It is an irregular triangle which exists in the form of Rajmahal Hills in the east, Kajamam Hills in the south, Gir Range in the west, and Delhi Ridge in the northwest. A series of plateaus like the Hazaribagh Plateau, the Ranchi Plateau, and the Malwa Plateau, etc., constitute the peninsular India. The peninsular plateau can be divided into three major groups as shown here. Let us know each of them in details. 1. The Deccan Plateau. The boundary of this plateau joins Eastern Ghats in the east, Western Ghats in the west, and Satpura, Maikal Range and Mahadev Hills in the north. The elevation of the Western Ghats is higher than the Eastern Ghats. Apart from this, most of rivers have their origin in Western Ghats. 2. The Central Highlands. The northernmost boundary of the Deccan Plateau is formed by this. The boundary of this area joins Aravalli Ranges in the west and Rajmahal Hills in the east. 3. The Northeastern Plateau. This plateau is an extension of the Peninsular Plateau. At the time of Himalayan origin, the huge fault was created between the Meghalaya Plateau and the Rajmahal Hills, and this fault was filled by river sediments later. The Indian deserts, coastal plains and islands. The Great Indian Desert lies in the northwest of the Aravalli Hills. This region is arid with having low rainfall and less vegetation. The deserts can be divided into two parts on the basis of orientation. 1. Northern part towards Sindh, and 2. Southern part towards Rann of Kutch. Due to low precipitation and high evaporation, this part has become a water deficit region. The coastal plains. The coastal plains can be divided into two parts on the basis of geographical location as shown here. The western coastal plains are good example of submerged coastal plain. Kandla, JLN Port, Marmagaon, Mangalore and Cochin etc. are some important natural ports located along the west coast. The western coast may be divided into various divisions as shown here. The rivers flowing in the western coastal plains do not form any delta. The eastern coastal plain is comparatively broader than the western coastal plain. The rivers flowing in the eastern coastal plain form the well-developed deltas. The islands. In India, there are two major island groups. 1. In the Bay of Bengal. 2. In the Arabian Sea. The Bay of Bengal group is divided into two broad categories as shown here. Andaman Island is located in the north, while Nicobar Island is located in the south. Both are separated by 10-degree channel. Lakshadweep and Minicoy are the islands located in the Arabian Sea. These islands are built of coral deposits. Minicoy is the largest island of this group. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. In the Indian subcontinent, present geological structure and geomorphologic processes are caused due to exogenic and endogenic forces and lateral movements of the plates. India can be divided into three geological regions. 1. Peninsular block. 2. The Himalayas and other peninsular mountains. And 3. Indo-Ganga-Brahmaputra plain. Physiography, the science of physical geography, is the development of structure and processes of an area. India can be divided into 6 physiographic divisions. 1. The northern and northeastern mountains. 2. The northern plain. 3. The peninsular plateau. 4. The Indian desert. 5. The coastal plains. And 6. The islands. Himalayas can be divided into 5 subdivisions on the basis of geomorphological features. These are 1. Kashmir or northwestern Himalayas. 2. The Himachal and Uttarakhand Himalayas. 3. The Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas. 4. The Arunachal Himalayas. And 5. The Eastern Hills and Mountains. The alluvial deposits brought by the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers form the northern plains. The northern plains can be divided into 3 major zones. 1. The Bhabar. 2. The Tarai. And 3. The alluvial plains. The alluvial plains can also be divided into the Khadar and the Bhangar. The peninsular plateau is an irregular triangle which exists in the form of Rajmahal Hills in the east, Cardamom Hill in the south, Gir Range in the west, and Delhi Ridge in the northwest. It can be divided into 3 major groups. 1. The Deccan Plateau. 2. The Central Highlands. And 3. The Northeastern Plateau. The Great Indian Desert lies in the northwest of the Aravalli Hills. The deserts can be divided into 2 parts on the basis of orientation. 1. Northern part towards Sindh and 2. Southern part towards Rann of Kutch. The coastal plains can be divided into 2 parts on the basis of geographical location. 1. The western coastal plains and 2. The eastern coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains is comparatively broader than the western coastal plain. In India, there are 2 major island groups. 1. In the Bay of Bengal and 2. In the Arabian Sea. The Bay of Bengal group is divided into 2 broad categories. 1. The Andaman Island and 2. The Nicobar Island. Lakshadweep and Minicoy are the islands located in the Arabian Sea.